ensure sale of use of quality building materials. These and more on today's Panorama with me, Joseph Johnson. Hello and welcome to the program. The federal government says it has taken steps to address issues of multiple taxation, infrastructural and other impediments to smoothen operation of airlines in the country. With the inauguration of a presidential task force, the Minister of State Aviation, Hadi Sirika, emphasized the need to maintain global service standards.
This is not the first time that this kind of committee has been set. I remember some years ago there had been a committee set up for similar purpose.
The task force set up on directive from the presidency has the mandate to negotiate bilateral air services agreement. The 10-man committee has Hadi Sirika as chairman. Minister of Education Malam Adamu says more than 600 billion naira is needed to fix the infrastructural decay and abandoned projects created by various previous administrations in the 61 Nigerian public polytechnics. He stated these at the 19th convocation of the Federal Polytechnic, Nekede, Owerri. Reina reports.
News.
Nigeria, just coming out of recession, needs all hands on deck to help stabilize its economy for meaningful development to take place. Minister of Communications and Technology Adebayo Shitu just conferred with the chairmanship of Board of Trustees of the Muhammadu Buhari Oshibajo Dynamic Support Group. Appealed to Nigerians to have faith in the present administration's strive to fulfill its promises of positive change. We're sorry about the loss of audio in that report. Moving on now, building collapse and poor infrastructure can be drastically checked through ensuring the sale and use of quality and approved civil and structured materials. This was the outcome of a meeting between the Standards Organization of Nigeria and traders of building materials at the Day-Day Market in Abuja. Abdullahi Suleimani Aji reports.
Organized to sensitize the traders on the need to ensure the supply of quality building materials to the public, Assistant Director Operations, Standards Organization of Nigeria, said substandard products cost the nation huge losses and erode investor confidence, especially when infrastructures cannot stand the test of time.
Fake seeds to farmers.
NSC provided the list of registered and accredited dealers in the country to some agencies whose activities involve supply of agricultural seeds. Some of the agencies, including government-funded agencies.
The National Agricultural Seed Council of Nigeria says it has commenced investigation and set to revoke the license of any company found guilty of selling substandard seeds and seedlings in Nigeria.
It is unlawful, therefore, for any one organization to sell, keep for sale, or offer to sell any seed unless the seed has passed through the process of certification and found to have conformed to the standards set for the class of seed.
The National Agricultural Seed Council of Nigeria, a parastatal of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, was established to produce and regulate the production, supply and distribution of seeds in the country. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
The Democratic Youth Congress for Buhari 2019 has demanded for the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the Independent People of Biafra, to avoid another civil war. Abdullahi Suleimani Aji reports.
With a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
together. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Let us live as one. It doesn't matter where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman or child. It doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. How can we develop when we're always in crisis? Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Nigeria, the only country we can train with remarkable potentials to excel. Let us believe in ourselves and change our attitude for the sake of our country and generations unborn. Let us revive our cultural values, which are our essence as a nation. Let us renew the spirit of patriotism and hope in our dear country. Do not take or give bribe. Be punctual always. No more African time. We can't expect to be global citizens and operate on African time. Join the queue. Insist that people are attended to on a first-come basis, no matter who they are or where they come from.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
Glad to have you back. You're watching Panorama with me, Joseph Johnson. Nigerian youths under the aegis of Youths of Peace staged a walk in Abuja to register the indivisibility of Nigeria. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday brings us up to speed on that.
Their takeoff point was the National Women Development Center. They walked through Ladoke Akintola Boulevard towards the Unity Fountain.
Records have shown that it is not just enough to talk about peace. One must believe it, at the same time work for it. The reason these young Nigerians are matching their words with action, as the future of the country belongs to them.
Youths from all parts of Nigeria have decided on their own to live in peace, and no power, no person can divide us.
By the grace of God, we are taking it to the all-sea geopolitical zone of the country. From the sea geopolitical zone, then we are stepping to all the 36 states.
Another message that has been sent out to the entire Nigerian youths here is that whenever they are called upon to cause any problem or crisis, their response should be, we are our brothers' keepers and not our brothers' killers.
Oh, we are together.
Many believe that if the wish and aspiration of these youths become a reality, Nigeria and indeed the world will experience total and lasting peace. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday, NTA News.
Well, let's talk security matters now. To ensure the Nigerian police operate within the United Nations approved ratio, the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, has appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari to further approve the recruitment of 31,000 police officers yearly for the next 5 years. Now, this was at the passing out of 854 police constables at Oji River Police College in Enugu. Informer Ndu Okoli reports. Sincerely do apologize for the loss of sound in that report. Moving on, the Minister of State for Aviation, Senator Hadi Sirika, has urged Saudi Arabia to take advantage of investment opportunities currently available in Nigeria. The Minister of State was speaking during the 87th Saudi National Day celebration in Abuja. Garba Muhammad Natala reports.
Saudi Arabia's National Day is marked on every 23rd of September. The day commemorates with the founding of Saudi state in 1932 by King Abdulaziz Al Saud as well as their rich cultural heritage. Friends of the kingdom from all walks of life took time out of their busy schedules to participate in the celebration in Abuja. Aside the marine, dining and wining, this year's celebration provides an avenue for Nigeria and Saudi Arabia to strengthen their bilateral ties that has existed for many decades. The Minister of State for Aviation lodged on this opportunity by stating the prospects in Nigeria's aviation sector which the two countries could benefit from.
If we can have bilateral cooperation between Nigeria and the US, for example, there's nothing stopping us from having one between us and Saudi Arabia. At least we even trade in a common item, which is the oil, and so on and so forth. And I could see that Saudi Arabia, currently, they are concessioning the airports. That's what concerns me, and they did it very well. So I think that I will borrow from that.
Chargé d'Affaires of the Saudi Embassy, Abuja, Muhammad Al-Fawzan re-emphasized a variety of investment opportunities which could improve trade and investments in both public and private sectors of the two countries.
Oil-producing countries, Nigeria and Saudi Arabia. Now in this era, in particular, we need to rely on other resources in order to add more prosperity to the two nations.
It was also noted that President Buhari's meeting with King Salman bin Abdul Aziz in February last year also signifies that existing bilateral relations between the two countries has continued to strengthen. In Abuja, Garib Muhammad Atala, NTA News.
Back to our earlier story in which we told you that to ensure the Nigerian police operate within the United Nations approved ratio, the Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris has appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari to further approve the recruitment of 31,000 police officers yearly for the next 5 years. This was at the passing out of 854 police constables at Oji River Police College in Enugu. Informer Ndu Okoli reports.
The funds and resources were expended by the nation on your training. It is therefore my expectation that you will go out there as good ambassadors and put in your best towards enhancing the performance of the force in maintaining law and order.
And let's bring you the latest in sports news now. Nigeria's home-based Super Eagles failed to claim a double against Black Stars of Ghana in the 2017 WAFU Cup of Nations as the host won a final match by 4-1 at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. Ghana lifted a trophy as well as the prize money $100,000 earlier. Niger Republic beat Benin 2-1 to win the third place match. The tournament was the worry up to next year's Championship of African Nations CHAN. And now a quick check on the weather forecast. And just before we go, let's remind you that you can watch all our stories and much more when you log onto our website, and that's, as always, www.nta.ng. And that does it on NTA Panorama. Thanks for watching. I'll be back at 4 for NTA Nationwide. Join us then. Bye-bye.